Alright. Hello. Let's see. See if this is live and if it's working. It's going to be my first stream of the new year. I'm going to see if I can try and do one, well, do or do not, there is no try, etc. But the plan is to stream every day this year. We'll see how long I can keep that up. Okay, 35 seconds uptime. Okay. So welcome back. I'm just dipping back into my Exiled Lands world for a little bit. You know, playing around with a few things I got from the Bazaar and the Battle Passes and so on and so forth. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun on a community server with some of my friends because I gifted the game to a few people over the holidays, and we have a little server together. Actually, you might have seen one of my Twitch buddies today, St. Jude stream. You might have seen me in that because I was part of that. That was on our server, and I was part of the party for that. And we had a pretty good time, and that's I really appreciate the people here who do that, by the way. It's a great cause. Yeah, so I've had, you know, it's been a heck of a year, and, you know, I'm going into this one with a good attitude that, you know, I'm pretty excited about all my plans for this year and so on. You know, making the best of it. You know, let me see. I'm just going to putter around for a few minutes because I need to talk about something kind of important, like, you know, meta to the actual stream or the game here that, you know, I try not to bring any kind of IRL stuff into the stream unless it's like, you know, cute cats or whatever. Or my, you know, my rampaging coffee addiction. But there's some things that it's like, it's going to be weirder to, like, continue trying to talk around them than to just talk about them. So maybe just you know, a few minutes. I'm gonna think about what I want to say there, and you know, we'll just do it one and done and get it out of the way because you know, just so everybody knows what we're dealing with and why I haven't been on streaming all that much lately. I mean, you'll be happy to know, by the way, that, like, I mean, apropos of nothing, that, like, little glitch that I had where I couldn't place followers up in that thing in the mountains, like, that seems to have subsided with one of the updates, so fingers crossed that, you know, things will continue to work. Excuse me. yeah, so I'm just gonna chill out a minute and talk about what's been going on. So I know you like. I don't think that you've ever seen either of my parents on this stream. So, generally try to, most of the people I know, again, I try to keep IRL stuff out of, try to keep the stream just to, me in the game. Dad died a little over 29 years ago, so that's why you don't see him. Mom died a little over 3 months ago. And, it's been, so last year was a bit of a rough year. And I've had a lot of things I've had to prioritize over stream for the past few months. I think I've done at least one stream since then, but don't really know what to say about that, except that they were good people, and they lived long, happy lives full of love and adventure and all that good stuff. And I'm more grateful every day for, I have a pretty good family, and, the more I talk to people and I realize that, it's not like we weren't perfect, none of us were perfect, we didn't always get along, but it was, it was pretty solid, and, I really, I've learned not to take that for granted the more people I've talked to about that sort of thing. And I'll always appreciate what they did for me and for my sister. It's just me and my sister now. That's the family. And we're doing our best to get along and everything, so. We've had our differences, but I would also like to remind people that this really, what I'm doing right now wouldn't be possible without her support in a lot of ways, so. And, I'm going to do my best to, honor Mom and Dad in their memory, and, live the way that they would want us to be happy, and they would want us to be successful, and to do good for other people whenever we have the opportunity, and so on. So so that's what I got. That's the big announcement. And a lot of things are going to change this year, because the thing with Dad was kind of sudden, the thing with Mom was not, and it kind of all of our schedules kind of revolved around that for a long time, and now we have to kind of figure out what we want to do with the rest of our lives. And there's some other stuff going on that's not really, I don't need to share with stream, but it's, it's going to be a challenging year, but we got this. We're going to do our best. So, anyway, yeah, so that's. I'm going to see what I could do here because I think I've already done. I mean, we're doing battle pass time today, and I already used up all my multipliers. There's really no point in engaging with this right now because I've been doing that on the private server I have with my buddies. So I really appreciate them. I've been having such a great time with them, and it's nice to sort of have sort of regular gaming buddies again, even if it's. I mean, we all got busy during the holidays and had our own things going on, so we couldn't just, just no life it on the server 24/7. Obviously, I mean everyone's busy during the holidays, and also some of us had stuff going on. So. But we had some really good times, and I really appreciate that we did the charity stream together. That was pretty cool. That was Buddy Silver Flames on Twitch. Does her St. Jude. She was doing a 24-hour for St. Jude, and a big segment of that was, doing shenanigans on our Conan server. So we had a pretty good time with that. We don't normally stream from that because we also have some mods on that are like Devious Desires and whatnot that are not necessarily like Twitch friendly. So we had to we sort of had to switch off some things when we did that just to make sure that the everything was kosher for Twitch TOS. But it seems like it went pretty well. So I'm very happy, and I chipped in a little bit myself. So I've also anybody that also speaking of which, if anyone out there that notices that I canceled my sub to you, I canceled all my Twitch subs. I have to get my house back in order because I was trying to at least treat myself a little bit during the holidays, but I have to watch monthly recurring charges and stuff because there's a lot of stuff we have to take care of this year, so I did also treat myself to a few games. Well, I should say my sister treated me to a few games for the holidays. She let me grab some stuff off my Steam wish list and whatnot. So it's always been generous like that. So, got a cup of pumpkin spice and no plan. Let's fucking go. I think I'm just gonna grab a follower and maybe teleport somewhere a little more challenging for a minute. My rabbit didn't run out again, did it? I have no idea where that stupid rabbit went. Silly rabbit. Oh, there you are. Hello, rabbit. See, if you leave any of your doors, like when you have pets like the bunnies or the cats or whatever, if you leave any of your doors open, they will basically make a beeline for the door at their first opportunity. So you gotta watch that. I mean, it's very realistic cat behavior. I got my two goofballs they keep wanting to play in the hallway. I actually got to the point where I, just so that they would stop flipping out, I would I'd go out in the hall with them because they seem to we have a different carpet out in the hallway, and they seem to like to roll around on that carpet like it's like the best thing ever. So I go out there and supervise them a little bit. Just let them play in the hallway in the staircase until they get bored, and then bring them back in. I just don't want them running down into the basement or into my sister's half of the house downstairs, because, you know, that could be a problem. There's a lot of things that they shouldn't be playing with. And obviously I only do that when I know there's no possibility that anybody's going to be opening the front door, so... They got all their kitty needs tonight. They got their meals. I just scooped their litter box. I really did a number on my finger, because I did one of those things where I managed to have a metal litter scoop, and somehow my hand slipped off the handle, and I managed to get the edge of the scoop, like, right under a nail. I'm like... It just cut my nails. Thanks. I hate it. I was like scrubbing that like crazy because I don't want it to get infected, because goodness knows it's probably not the best place to get, you know, get a cut is, you know, under your nail while cleaning a litter box. Seems fine now, but, you know, it was really, you know, I was singing and dancing there for a little bit. Oof. I'm trying to figure out where I left my, the follower. Did I leave her up on the... No, I didn't. She's here. I would love to be able to demonstrate to you that this thing still works. Watch, now that I go back, it'll probably be not working again, but... I don't really know what caused it, honestly, or if it was like a weird thing and some kind of weird save corruption from an update or something. This game has been struggling a little bit lately. There was a very major bug very recently. It was really kind of bad because it was just around the time that the new chapter of Age of War launched. And they had just had a sale on Crom Coins, which is the store currency, so a lot of people had bought Crom Coins. The update rolled live, and then when people logged in, a lot of people, myself included, were getting told that some of their Crom Coins were chargebacked. Like the most recent one purchase I'd made had been, for about $10 worth of Crom Coins, was like removed from my account. That's bad enough. The problem is that if this was apparently some kind of goof with their payment authentication system, not coordinating right with the rest of the game. Hey Rocky, what's up? And you know, that would have been disappointing by itself. What really ruffled people's feathers was that if this error knocked you below 0 Crom Coins, your account was locked and you got a message telling you to buy more Crom Coins. Now, the whole reason this exists to begin with is because you have douchebags who will do things like buy in-game currency and then do a chargeback so that they basically get it for free. So you have to have some way of detecting that and countering it. But apparently it falsely triggered on and not like on a few people, like on the forums were flooded with like, hey, why am I locked out of my account? And it was bad. It was just bad. And they did resolve it that, like, you know, I put in my support ticket and waited, and they eventually, like, within, I'm going to say within a day or two, they had it all sorted out. So, but I mean, they were kind of scrambling because, I mean, I don't know how stuff like this continues to happen, but it's kind of like, and some people really were going kind of bonkers on the forums about it. You know, it's like, yeah, I understand we're upset, but, you know, people make mistakes, and some of them are going way beyond that in terms of, because you already have people who have this weird, like, ideological obsession with, like, you know, games should never have, like, you know, battle passes or cosmetic shops or whatever, or, you know, they should never have limited time offers because that's FOMO, it's fear of missing out. And it's like, you know, I've been there and back with, like, these people so many times, like, in the forums and whatever, and it's like, you know, it's one of those things where as I've said before, it's like, how much of the rest of your life would you like to waste arguing with people who don't know what they're talking about? You know, so, I mean, every now and then I'll, like, you know, I'll see a post that's, like, so dumb that I'm like, you know, I'm like, oh, Jesus, take the wheel. You know? But, you know, honestly, it's not the most productive use of my time, so usually I just sort of roll my eyes at it. I've probably said everything I could possibly say about it. It's obvious that nobody's listening. Like, because there's, you know, there's this certain segment of content creators that, like, now granted, you know, apps, like, companies should be called out when they fuck something up badly. You know, like, you're not entitled to have, like, your customers, like, love you and support you when you're constantly screwing up. And honestly, a lot of the games I've been playing, like, I'm more concerned about stuff like the, you know, like, I appreciate that they fixed the problem with the Crom coins and whatever, but it's just, like, weird that we just sort of accept that so many of these games are just, like, what we used to call a launch disaster now is, like, every day. You know, that it feels like all these games are just kind of gradually losing stability, or the management is just sort of forgetting what they're doing. And, you know, a lot of it goes back to, you know, they're like, well, you know, let's save every possible penny on labor costs and just, like, you know, like, have the bare minimum of people and just, you know, like, fire half the team, work the other half twice as hard type thing. You know, stupid corporate BS, you know. And it's like, and then they're shocked, I say, when, you know, things don't go smooth. And it's getting old. And, you know, I don't know why. You know, you would think they would know better, but you would think a lot of things, you know. And oh fuck, I have frostbite. What am I doing? How did I get Oh, I see. Am I drinking? I think I drank. I think this tea or whatever is a cooling effect, and I wasn't thinking. But, you know, it's like, I don't want to rag on them either, because, like, the game is fantastic, and they've done so many amazing things with it, and I like a lot of the changes. Like, I was very vocal about the whole thing of, like, well, why do you have to change anything? When they first started doing, like, the updates. And I've come to enjoy a lot of what they did with the game. Like, a lot of the stuff that, you know, especially every time they change balance stuff, like, people who were just used to the old balance, even if the old balance didn't make a lick of sense, you know, they're just like, well, you know, why'd you have to change it? I mean, and sometimes the changes are stupid, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're necessary. Like, there were so many things about crafting and everything in this that used to work so differently. Like, I mean, I'm actually kind of glad the way they changed, like, things like the combat update, where they sort of changed, like, the, you know, just being, like, having so much stamina of, like, having so many attacks available for a certain amount of stamina that they had to give everything stagger resistance after the first knockdown. And then, like, you know, it's like, okay, well, the real problem is that, you know, people have too many... Okay, now it seems to work again. Yeah, see, it's been working since they futzed with it. Since the more recent update. So I want to park these guys here. That works again now. I was very frustrated with that. Like, apparently there's some mod that can neutralize... If you're having that issue, there's some mod that fixes it. But I didn't really... I mean, since the recent update sort of seems to have fixed itself, so I didn't go looking for it. But, I guess this place can always use... What are you doing? Wow. Boomered the crap out of that. Yeah, so... Okay, I'm reassured that this kind of sort of works again. So that's cool. Really don't know what else to do. I could go to my star metal base and, like, wait for star metal to fall and see what do I have explosive arrows? Yeah, I do. And I have a bearer. And I have time on my hands, so I don't know. Yeah, but it seems like, like Destiny 2 was, which I also play a lot, was having issues, and like, with it's been having a lot of issues with changes and stability and whatever. Dead by Daylight, same thing. Destiny 2 was kind of like Bungie is kind of in the doghouse with a lot of gamers lately because I don't like this either, and I would really it really kind of made me question what I'm doing like with that game. But it's just like apparently they had some very unrealistic sales projections for the more recent chapter, or I think it was because Lightfall did poorly or whatever, and which nobody really liked Lightfall. Even the people who didn't hate it, they were like, "Yeah, it's alright, but it's underwhelming." We were kind of expecting more than that, and it was not a cheap expansion, so people. It's like a little more than the usual crying about the meta or whatever. But, the other thing is, because of these, apparently they decided to use that to justify laying off a significant part of the team 2 months before Christmas. And if you don't know what a big deal the holiday season here in the States, especially even to people who aren't really religious, because it's, also become more of like kind of a secular holiday season as well, that makes you look like a dick. It's a dick move. Nobody really appreciates you laying people off so they can go into the holiday season with wondering what they're like, well, I gotta look for work next year, that's gonna be great. And apparently this was like, and then it came out like this was maybe some weird 3D chess bullshit to like try to keep from getting taken over by Sony or some crap. I don't even remember. I don't follow all this stuff, but I don't know. It makes it it kind of makes me sad sometimes to see what the game industry is becoming. It's always been like, there's always been sleazy corners of the game industry. There's always been some issues with it, but it's really feels like it's going through a bad phase right now. I guess just the general economy all over the place is kind of addressed, kind of also influenced that. So when I run out of this, what am I going to eat? I could grab some of this. Nobody here is actually really using it. I'd still have my... If I need to warm up suddenly, I still have my exotic feast. Do I have ice? I have ice. I keep getting little, like, bits and bobs of, like, little bits and pieces of all kind of random stuff from these chests now, and I'm like, I have to sort my inventory a lot more often than I used to, just because it will pile up so fast otherwise. You never know what you're going to get out of these chests anymore. It's generally a good thing on the balance. Yeah, so this is mostly just going to be a puttering around kind of stream until I... Yeah, it's... I don't know why I keep this bed here when it seems to constantly, like, need to be moved so that it doesn't... so it actually works again. Also, if I had any space to put it in that wasn't, like, crammed up into a corner here. Alright, yeah, because if you click on your, you know, just awareness of a certain glitch that could cause you a lot of grief. If you click on your bed and it, let me just show you what it's supposed to do when you click on the bed. Just get rid of my beautiful face for a second. Alright, that ought to do it. When you click on a bed, any bed, you should get that little pop-up in the upper right corner that says spawn point updated. If it doesn't say spawn point updated, your spawn point was not updated. And you probably have to remove the bed and put it back, or, you know, either pop it, depending on which kind of bed it is, either pop it back in inventory or, you know, pick it up and, like, get the materials and then use the construction hammer to put it back. But yeah, that's one of the many little oddities in this game that's kind of been in there forever. It just works. I don't know, Yogi. So I'm thinking while I'm up here, just for shits and giggles, I might go and just go far enough to grab that, what do you call it? Do I have anyone on the wheel? Did I put someone on the wheel and forget? I vaguely remember putting someone on the wheel, and I don't remember taking them off the wheel. No, there's nobody here. Risa the Brutal is sad. She has nobody to torture. I could go find her someone to brutalize, so, you know. Yeah, because I know if you go by that, that altar where with the snake priest and a couple of sorcerers and whatever, a little past that, there's one of those blood crystal critters. I mean, I probably should buff my strength with the exotic feast or whatever. Also, I've come to realize that I really should have been using the potions and the foods for buffs more, because some of them really are awesome and really do make stuff a lot easier. Like, you kill things in significantly less hits. But nothing here should be really able to take me anyway, so unless I get careless. Oh. Lots of pretty people up here. Okay, no, not console. What are you doing? You know, I've actually, there's so many mechanics added now that, like, I want to see, I mean, I would have to respec my skill tree again, but, you know, I want to test out stuff like, you know, there's the treasure, like, all the purge-related stuff, like, there's the treasure coffer, there's, like, I think I only just recently redid the, redid things so that I would have, oh, there's a, it's actually a really good smelter. You know, I can get blood crystals any day of the week. I don't know where I would put her, though, because I don't know how many bases I actually still use for smelting. If I go too far, she's not still going to be there when I come back. Uh-oh. See, they did also, like, something they changed in this chapter is that it used to be like that you could sort of steer attacks. Well, there was a point, actually, I mean, being able to steer in mid-attack was actually kind of a new thing. If I recall, I forget when that started, but it wasn't always, I don't think. But I used to be able to, like, sort of steer in mid-combo and, you know, steer and whatever with the mouse. And now, like, if you just let go of WASD and just click, you can basically, you can spin the camera around and your character will just sort of combo in a straight line. So if you want to actually do it, like, in different directions, you have to hold W and as you turn the mouse so that they actually go in the direction they're facing. And there's been weird issues with sort of, like, enemy animations and stuff since then, that, like, because enemies apparently, you know, that's sort of, in some ways, that's sort of a nerf to the player's ability to sort of aim in mid-attack. Oh, that's a nice alchemist. That's definitely a bigger deal than a smelter. I don't really need sorcerers right now. If I go fight the crystal monster, is he still going to be here? You know what, I mean, I think I already have alchemists everywhere, but... I don't even know if the crystal monster is going to pop up. It doesn't always. And I never did look up exactly what makes it do that or not do that. Yeah, but I remember first time trying to fight, like, the Galman's Tomb Croc after the update, and, like, you know the tell for, like, when it lunges, that it sort of, like, scoots back a little bit, and then, you know, if you just if you can see that tell when it happens, like, you have a long time to just sort of sidestep out of the way. And now it's like you sidestep out of the way and the thing just, like, you know, you could even run past it and it does like a 180 and hits you like a homing missile, and it's kind of ridiculous. But, I mean, just being able to sidestep it too easy was also kind of ridiculous, so, you know, I don't know. Might not have been the best way to address that. Hi, are you still here? Great. Listen, I've got like a job opportunity for you if you just follow me. Did I even bring my stuff? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, great. Now he's wandered off. Oh, there he is. Trying to do it like far away enough from everyone else that maybe, just maybe, I don't get this entire plateau full of people angry at me. Boop. Alright. Sorry for the concussion, I didn't have a Pokeball. I know, it's awful. These humans play so rough with each other. I don't remember where I'm going. Where am I going? I think I just need to... If I go back, like I might accidentally grab the wall and let go of him if I try to scoot down this, so I just gotta... Yeah. Try to go forward. Hello, my friend. Thank you for your assistance. If it's Rambo, usually this is where I feel him starting to like try and eat my hair. Alright, I should be able to make it out of here with a minimum of trouble. Also, I can't put a torch on because I have to hang on to the chain, so... I actually want to put, I don't know why I'm still using these chains. I could use, like, my cool, like, silk whip that I got from the... What do you call it? Oh, there's Rambo. He just went to the food bowl. I can barely see where the hell I'm going, and I don't want to step in lava. It's not just stream. I can't see either. Oh, you know what? I don't think you saw the kitty shenanigans because I think I had my cam off. Ugh. Streamer struggles. Yeah, Rocky was up on the back of my chair again. Every now and then they'll do that. They'll just stand on the back of my chair because they feel like it. Yeah, I had it off to show you that thing with the bed. I don't remember if I flicked it back on. I guess I'll see when I look at the VOD. Probably not. Alright, let me eat this before I freeze. Yeah, it's been a little while since I did this. I'm a little rusty. Alright, I don't remember what I was putting in here. I think it was the meaty mashup or whatever. I mean, I could use basically... Like, there's a lot of options you have. It doesn't take every kind of food you can possibly have, but it will take most of them, so... Oh, I do have Grey Lotus potions on me. See, if I get a 15% from Exotic Feast, and then I can get another 15% from a Grey Lotus potion. I forget where the Grey Lotus potion is trying to show you, because when a Lotus potion does that little, like, when that wisp flies away when you drink the potion, it's trying to guide you toward a story-relevant location, generally. So this is the bitter tea, which I made, like, apparently you need, one of your, I think you need, like, one of the tea for thralls, like the fisherman. I think the fisherman from Seppermero, I think. You have to put them on the wine barrel thing to be able to craft that. And it's kind of a pain to craft, and I don't think it's, like, so awesome that I really needed it, but here I am. It's, like, supposed to give you, restore stamina quickly, but, you know, stamina restores itself a lot more quickly than it used to. I don't know how much that matters. I don't know why I'm carrying so many potions, because these are heavy and I don't use them that often. And I'm extremely cold again. Great. Why you do this to me? Oh yeah, that's what I'm, okay, so this... It says it's supposed to heat, not cool. Is that an error? I mean, it would make sense. So many, you know. A lot of things in this game are goofy right now. Still having a blast, though. Been having such a great time with my buddies on that server we have together. I really appreciate. And that was really that was one of my buddies, Misu, who did the lion's share of the work in setting that up. So I really, because I don't know what I'm doing with any of that stuff, really. And I really appreciate that. What do I don't even know why I had meat in the... Oh, you know what? Because they're taking from the feed things. You know, it's like another weird thing is, like, I can't get thrall pots and feed boxes to work all the time. But then sometimes when they do, it's like I'll be miles from my base and it'll still be taking stuff that I know I don't have in this thrall pot. So it's like it's still taking from the one back by the river while I'm up here. And I'm like, eh? Another thing I'd like them to iron out eventually. You know, get all these... You know, hope springs eternal. I don't remember where I was putting this stuff. Hmm. Alright. What else did I want to do up and around here? I was thinking of star metal farming, right? Excuse me. Cats have wandered off to go help someone else. Just keep making obvious mistakes with my temperature to see if you notice. All part of the plan. She's like level 18. I wonder if it's worth trying to get her up to 20 around here. This is an area where a lot of things can go wrong, though. I'm not crazy about the volcano area right now, but it's really not a lot for me to do over there. And I went over by where the crystal thing was supposed to pop up, and it didn't, so... See, one of the things I have to remember when I'm streaming that I still got to work on is, aside from, you know, remembering to unmute after I mute, is remembering to put the cam back on after I flick the cam to something else for a second, because I very often forget. I mean, it would have been corner face cam anyway. You wouldn't have gotten a great look at what the cats were doing, but... kind of like having their like spontaneous kitty antics in the stream. Makes me happy. I keep forgetting I have a thing that I can slow. I have a slow fall spell here. I could make this a lot easier. Doing it the hard way. All right. Well, still got my damage bonuses. I don't even care what's in that chest. I'm sick of constantly sorting inventory right now. I just want to whack some guys. I could do Black Keep. She's probably tough enough to bully her way through that with me now. Don't know about the boss, but we'll see. Well, these guys have decent stuff. These guys still do weird pathfinding stuff that I didn't see them do before. The enemies, I mean. It's a little odd to me. See, he's like kind of shuffling sideways there. I don't know what that was. I think if I get her to 20, I'm going to start taking a different follower around. I mean, usually I always like my followers to be gaining levels, so once they get to that point, it's time to train someone else, so... Well, they've gotten half my health a lot of times, but they can't seem to get the other half. What's in here? And a painting. Yeah, sure, whatever. I shouldn't be picking up all this garbage. I'm going to get over encumbered, but it's all stuff I basically have at home or whatever anyway. If I didn't have a bearer, I would probably be skipping some of these. Should I go in here and fight these guys or fight the rest of these guys out here first? You just mop up out here for a bit. Oh, that would have been a good archery opportunity if I remembered he was there. Where am I? Oh, there it is. Great. Didn't they used to be right here? Do they move them? Oh, there's some guys, alright. Hello. Well, if I'm just leaving piles of skellies everywhere now. How is she doing on experience? She's getting there. Oh yeah, here we go. This is going to be a real fight. Yeah, even enough 4-on-1, I still come out on top against them now. Why are they just carrying fertilizer around? increasingly thinking if I can't remember what I'm doing with the camera, I should just try and leave it alone as much as possible. See, I'm trying to, like, get more comfortable, because doing things like camera transitions and whatever, or scene transitions. But I seem to keep fumbling that. Just a little too easily distracted. Uh-oh. They at some point did, like, they made the loot a lot better, and at one of the updates recently they did sort of, they dialed it back a little bit, because some of it was a little too generous. It's still pretty good, though. Where's my other band-aids? There we go. I'm really tempted to maybe start a new world, because it's just, I've got, like, this one, I've done so much stuff in this one. I mean, I like it because this is the same world I've been using from the beginning, like from several versions of the game ago, when things worked very differently, and it kind of like the continuity on one hand. You know, on the other hand, I could kind of use a fresh start, just because I sort of, I'm a little too protective of this world that I sort of don't really want, you know, don't want to risk my followers too much, don't want to risk my buildings too much, like, because I have everything sort of arranged just the way I like it. And it would probably be more exciting to just sort of start over and start doing, like, you know, purges and stuff like that again. Like, the new purge mechanics are kind of weird and wacky. Like, instead of it just being a random, like, horde coming through your base after a meter fills up, it's now, like, you sort of have to gather treasures, and then sort of, you know, you're basically daring the, like, this enemy army to come and take them back. So, you know, kind of using that as bait to get them to attack you. And then you get to do the cool siege warfare nonsense. So it seems a little more interesting than what I've been doing. At least put some of this nonsense away here. Great. How is she doing? I'm just going to go around here a little bit. I don't really, also, I don't really remember how you get through all of this either, so. Do I have one that's already... No, I don't, never mind. Okay. I don't at all remember the correct path through this place. I know there's probably somebody out there who has this memorized. I'm not one of those people. I also did a reset on the difficulty because certain updates like sort of changed things a little weirdly. Like they changed certain settings sort of without asking. Like I remember like after one of the updates, like the respawn thing was like you respawned with your stuff, and I'm like, I don't remember changing that. Is this new? But like if I if I reset, and there was like things like, you know, follower damage and roll, you know, whatever being set different. And if I, ow, oh shit. Was that always there? I don't remember this always being a thing. I didn't remember they added traps to this. Yeah, if this is going to be full of traps, I don't know where they are. I might not actually want to... I don't remember it being like this. That's definitely no. Don't remember ever having hit that before. I also took a lot of damage from that. Yeah, reaching that chest would be a good trick. I don't know. Until I read up on what this thing is like now, maybe I should not mess around in here. I could level her somewhere else, doing other stuff. Oh, hi. So I'm getting over encumbered really fast. Yeah, I don't have to, like, not, like, necessarily dedicated to getting her to 20 right now. Especially since this keeps happening. A folded bed. Yeah, I have to stop picking stuff up because I'm running out of space, I think. Even my horse is oof. Well, that was a beating. Well, this is relatively light, but still. Just restoring my buffs in case they were going to start to run out. Hey, Rocky. It's behind my monitor right now. Yeah. Boop. Pretty kitty. Keep forgetting that my, you know, keep like swinging like I have old stamina, even though I've been playing the game recently and I should know better. Alright, you know what? I think we're just gonna blitz our way out of here for the rest of the way, so take another one of these and run for it. Kitty is sniffing the router right now. It's like, ooh, it smells like internet. I can taste the packets. I have to discourage him from chewing on the Wi-Fi antenna sometimes. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Come on, do something else. Probably going to wrap this up pretty soon. Where is... Yes. Yes, I know you like chewing on the corner of the monitor. I love you guys. Really need the inspiration more than ever, you know? My boys always keep me motivated. I forgot I had a bedroll here. Alright, I think I'm going to see if I can just make it back to my Highlands base and then check out. Yeah, bitter tea cools you down even though it's supposed to warm you up. That's definitely a mistake. I don't know why I was bothering with this other than like it's a hard to get recipe. It's kind of funny how the game gates certain recipes are really tricky to get, or you need to have a thrall cook them for you or whatever, and you would think they would be super amazing, and they're usually just sort of novelty, like they're sort of meme recipes. Like the spicy fish combo is like kind of like you need like a ridiculous amount of fish and spices to make like one piece of food that isn't that fantastic. Other than that, it has a long decay rate. Which dried fish already has anyway. Don't really see the point. There's always been little balance oddities like that in this, though. I mean, and in most games, to be fair. I don't know. I don't remember why I'm going up here. I hope I have a good reason. Really hoping that some of the people I used to watch will return to streaming this year too, but you never know what's going on, that they might need to prioritize something else right now, so. I mean, it's definitely been a rough environment for content creation. I mean, the problem, like, part of it is that we just have, like, you know, like, since so many people have gotten into it now that the, you know, barriers to entry are more or less gone at this point. You know, it's not that hard to get a rig that's, you know, like most rigs are capable of streaming probably. Like any decent gaming rig you could probably stream with if you have, you know, assuming you have a cam and microphone or whatever. And a lot of people out there creating content, a lot of people want to be internet famous, and, you know, there's kind of a glut of that sort of thing. And it's also gotten to the point there's just so much content being produced right now that, like, I couldn't, even if I was very picky about which content creators, like, if I wanted to even just pick a few or just one and be like, I'm going to catch up on all of their content, it's like, unless, you know, unless you're going to, like, drop everything and just watch other people's content full time, you know, it's kind of impossible. And, I've got to assume also that other people can't drop everything to watch my content, so there's probably going to be a shakeout of a lot of people. I think a lot of people who were just in this hoping that they would get rich and famous quickly. Ha ha ha, boy did you come to the wrong door. But yeah, I think like eventually it'll shake out that a lot of the people who just sort of were not that into it will either, they'll sort of either retire or semi-retire from that, and maybe, the content to eyeballs ratio will actually even out again a little bit. I guess time will tell. Also, I might have no idea what I'm talking about because I am not a pro streamer, obviously. As if you couldn't tell. Following me here? Yeah, she is. Alright. And she's running the wrong way for some reason for a minute, but let's see what happens. You coming? Yeah, I think she's coming. There she is. Onward. Oh, ow. Dirt. Sorry, horsey. Just bonked my poor horse's face into a wall. That was cool for like 2 seconds. Yeah, this is doing the same thing I talked about with the bed, so let me just iron that out real quick. And I still don't know why it does that either. Seems to be working now. I'm gonna see if I can have... Do I have a bag to do slow fall with? Let me see.
Linda.
I picked the wrong thing. Alright, hold on a second. Let's try that again. Shit, they picked the cute one. There we go. No. Yes, there we go. Abracadabra. Hello. This music is fantastic. All the ups and downs I've had in this game, I still love it. There's just so much about this that is just makes me happy. No particular reason. I want to have a new great salamander up here. Don't remember when I put him in there. Just hold it. Where are you? Alright, now where am I going to park them? Let me park her. Oh, this is a new thing. I don't know if I've showed you yet, but if you want to have your character just like guard a door, you can do that now. That when you're, as you can see, when I'm trying to when I go into thing like placing someone in a guard position, now there's slots to either side of the door where it'll just sort of snap to this location. So it's, it's like she's, the doorman or doorwoman, as it were. And I don't know where I'm going to put this horse. I'll just park him here by the well, I guess. There we go. Hoping this bed works too. Yeah, that one worked. Okay, great. I think I will sort inventory when I come back, because I want to... It's 1:45 and I want to take a little bit of a break from this. So, thank you so much to anybody who is watching this on Twitch or YouTube or wherever. As always, I appreciate the support. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And I'll catch you next time. Stay safe till then. Bye-bye.